Well, hello everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever and wherever you are tuning into this message. We're going to get into what other people are seeing from you recently, because I sense that many have been going through an update in their identity, waking up feeling different, and that this is a slow awakening process, like various mornings in the week previously or the months previously. You've been waking up again and again, a little bit changed, just a little bit more and a little bit more every day. And each time that you're leveling up, you are going through your day, and then there is a choice point, let's say, where you're saying, well, what's for dinner? And then it's the, do you want to cook, or do you want to eat out, or do you want to eat something that's just a quick warm up or some leftovers? And this is just a for instance. And then you're making a new choice different than what you would have made previously because of the differences. And then you're looking back at the previous choices that you would have made and wondering to yourself, why would you do that? And so it's a complete switch around of your identity that is coming up. And this is going to promote new outcomes. We had this on Friday, that and this is an idea that was promoted by, sorry, my dogs are in here, bumping the camera, that the choices that we make based upon wanting to get new outcomes are based upon the behaviors that we've exhibited, and the behaviors are built upon perspectives surrounding the existing identity. And our identity can be all a conglomeration of other people's projected opinions, other people's thoughts and external factors, and environmental clues, as far as like, oh, well, I asked somebody out one time and they said no, so I'm never going to ask somebody out again. Or this job that I want is beyond my capacity because I don't have this, and this. But what do you have? These are the switches that we're seeing, is switching the identity back to the more authentic, the pre-apparent edition of ourselves. Oof. Under the deck, we have Frog, Prosperity. Beautiful way to start a reading. And this says, let go of the past and embrace change. Indeed. Opportunities are close at hand. Hop into this new day with joy. Abundance and good fortune await you. And so if you are looking to start a partnership or start a new job or start a new workout routine with the new year that we're getting underway, part of the prosperity that you're able to cultivate for yourself is going to be awakening to the pre-existing surrounding factors being on your side. So there are many of us that have a situation that had a certain outcome, and then we utilize that to excuse ourselves from going back through that familiar territory again, because we think that we know what will happen. But the factors are changed. The person that you are and have been has changed. So under the deck, we have personal choice. Let's take a moment and close your eyes. What animal is it that you imagine coming to your aid? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these attributes within yourself. And the Lynx, Keeper of Secrets. So this prosperity is linked to something that you've been working through in silence or in your own private space. And it says, take time out from the world to be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your inner knowing. You see others' secrets and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. So there's some prosperity moving in the background for us. And let's go ahead and take some daily Dharma cards, and then we'll get into the other personal handmade cards to see what it is that people are seeing from us. Okay. The first one out, face up, is unique gifts. You've got an otherworldly entourage that walks with you and works with you throughout your day. And this is an aspect of self that you have perhaps closed away or pushed behind the curtain when you're out in the social or in your workplace dynamics. But it's something that comes through you nonetheless. And so you are known for your out of the box thinking, your beyond this time and space awareness, and creative handling of situations, finding solutions that others cannot see because they're not in tune with the unique gifts that you have. And then we also have solar plexus chakra, magic, and realization. So there's a realization that the more that you are in your personal choices and aligning with what is true with yourself and not with others, the more that you're recognizing this magical force within you stepping forward. And so it's not only about what you say, what you do, how you show up. It's all of this and more. So other people are sensing this about you. And with this keeper of secrets, you may be somebody who has often had other individuals that have come to you for guidance or support. Our ancient future. You're a very old soul as well, especially with this Link's keeper of secrets. And so I've said before that the younger souls are more chaotic and less grounded and stabilized. Not a hard and fast rule, but the older souls are those that they're untethered to the chaotic undertakings of the social worlds. And there's this aspect of yourself that sees beyond the apparent, between the lines, reading between the lines of other individuals. Now we have cosmic flower. You may be a late bloomer or somebody who seemed to come into your own early on, but then things changed. Because I think that some of you will find that you were either coming into your unique gifts early, but then there were doubters, and there's this with the solar plexus and realization of your magic here. It's a combination of the wounded masculine coming forward again with this cultivated idea of the self that we have to be homogenized, that we have to be suitable for all people, all times, or the judgment aspect. And so we are often wanting others to pay attention to what we think and what we say, but we more often want people to pay attention to who we are and how we feel and how we do things and what we've gone through. But how do we portray all that we are through all of our endeavors verbally or so on, when we're hiding our secrets behind the veil? And so I feel like for many of us, we have come into our unique gifts, brought them out, and had this evidence that others were evaluating us or judging us. But the thing is, those individuals that are judging us are going to judge us no matter what we do and how well we do it. And so there are times where many of us that have dealt with these situations in our past, girls, get out of there, come on, sorry, where there are situations that we have come through and started to lay ourselves out on the line and then listened to the wrong individuals, which laid out the foundation to hide ourself behind some type of curtain. But there's this ancient future coming through your ancestral line or your soul tribe line, however you want to take this. And it's saying that you are the embodiment of everything that your ancestors or whoever has come into this world trying to establish themselves, trying to put forth their personal gifts whether this is art or writing or music or something creative, just speaking or just anything that you have done or will do. It's coming through that you have an accumulated repertoire of gifts that have funneled you in certain directions in your private time, but you have maybe left those behind for something like the get a haircut, get a real job song is coming through. Clean your act up and don't be a fool. And so there's this foolish new beginning that wants to step through, but our ancestral line, they have faced the same mountains to climb, the same demons to eradicate from their inner psyche, and many of them have not surpassed this level. Even if they started, they didn't complete something. And you are here to embody this completion phase. And so the more that you wake up, the more that you turn a blind eye to the judgment and just turn up the volume on yourself and let yourself just go and just allow yourself to listen to your support cast and the support characters and take up space and take your main character moment when it comes time. Sitting in my hands, we have reclaim your energy, exactly, from the projections or the environmental factors that were just trying to push us into something. So let's say, okay, women, for instance, are led to not own up to our desires. We are led and instructed to see to the nurturance and nourishment of our tribe before ourselves, which is absolutely the wrong way to go about things. But in our declarations and in our awareness of what it is that we want to be felt, to be seen, to be heard, to be respected, as well as loved, all of these things they're coming through to help us to move beyond where we've been before and where our ancestors got hung up on settling back into their comfort zone. And I'm seeing that point of realization card. Flex, you do the work, celebrate. And this ancient future is also coming through, that with your old soul aspect, you've got a lot of this masculine and feminine energy strong within yourself. And so you're able to nurture your own unique gifts in this becoming process. And so you're reclaiming your energy from these things to shine your light out into the world with this luminescence and ether, the seamless, unspeakable, and sacral chakra, the core of creation. So we've got the sacral chakra and the solar plexus chakra here, talking quite a bit about belonging and self-approval and creative life force energy. And so reclaiming your creative capacity to embody your unique gifts and to bring them out into the world is what we're looking at. So before I talk us out of time here today, let's get some cards. Take that one. So how are other individuals seeing you in this new phase? We have sporty vibes and green light. So you might be opening up to other individuals or getting into a fitness regimen. Anything else that wants to come through? I'm seeing some flipping here in the deck. You might build bridges with those individuals in your world. Let's see what else. Meeting up. Music reminds me. So you might be singing some tunes. Cognitive dissonance, mind over matter. Exactly. So when people are in judgment of us or in support of us, this pushes them to break down what it is that they truly desire or are wishing for. And if this is something that we are personally pushing into, we can look at, who we're judging, what we're judging them for, and what this tells us about what we want in our lives. Communication breakdown, having a nervous breakdown. Driving me insane. So the communication breakdown is when somebody is communicating, let's say online, and then you are listening and judging and evaluating their demeanor or their context or whatever they're speaking and how they're doing it. It can break down into the parts of what is coming in for you and what it is that you truly desire. I'm seeing tension, senses peaked, wound up. There's a lot of individuals looking for someone to build the bridge between who they have been and who they are. And they are waking up feeling changed and different, but unaware of how to settle this into their body systems, because it's this extraneous ideal beyond the mind, and without being embodied within themselves, they can't harness this and say, oh, well, I'm having a reawakening, I'm having a rebirth of who I am. And so when we break down the elements of communication within ourselves or within something that has given you a lot of strife and strain. Let's say from an early age you had someone that was always on your riding your tail and on you about, you got to do this better, you have to do this because of this, or people are going to judge you because of this or that, or you have to wear this or do this or seem this way. It's a targeted attack upon your person and upon your sovereignty. And I feel like you are getting away from that and putting your mind over the matters that they have clogged up your energetic channels on, and reclaiming your energetic joy, beauty, delight, ecstasy, bliss, and success. So many of you are having this re-evaluation of everything that you have been and reintroducing joy into your speech, in breaking down the ways that you would speak before and adding in this nuance. And there are going to be a lot of individuals that are quietly watching you, very loyally watching you. Could be a younger male. And we've got crown chakra. Yeah, you're blowing people's minds, getting them out of their regimen and their routine thought and feeling behaviors, changing up the recipe. Exactly. So let's get some more cards on what individuals are thinking and speaking. Let's get into some tarot cards here. So music reminds me about how to build bridges. You might be utilizing some of your magical capacity to share music with other individuals as well. It creates a feeling of Three of Shells, playfulness, bliss. This joy comes through your musical capacity, and the tunes that you pick are going to resonate with everyone differently, and everybody has their own set of factors that feed into the music. And so we can often reach people into a very creative space by setting up a tone musical piece, no matter what we're doing. So if we have a meetup that we're getting together with others, setting the tone with some music helps to harmonize everybody into a unified front, because the dominant vibrational frequency is what sets the tone, and it can inspire one and irritate another, but it still sets the tone for each person to have their personal experience, and it builds bridges between the realms. Anything else that others are thinking of you? I want this one. Two of Feathers, decisions and direction. And it's got this lizard here which it tells me that there's going to be some old information or old activities that are still washing through, and old, well, not old personally, like age-wise, but other outdated situations or people, places, family members, and friends that are judging you. And so you're going to need to make the decision to choose a new direction, to change up the recipe with more playfulness and more bliss, and let them get triggered and let them sit with that. I'm seeing Scorpio under the deck through the back of the cards here. Fixed water. It could be that various individuals here are in the 8th house, which is the realms of the hidden and personal choices here. And this is a very sacred sexuality aspect of the self. Exactly. We've got King of Feathers coming out, which is logic and justice. And so for many of us from an early age, we have made our decisions based in the mind. And we do have that crown chakra with the violet flame here, burning away the logic that has led us to our certain behaviors, which led to certain perspectives about who we are and how we can show up. And this logic is giving way to a new justice. Oh, and flying out on that one, we have choice and trust with love. Finding your tribe with the wolves here. And it, to me, looks like they're on different wavelengths, different timelines, and that the timelines are converging here, bringing in new choices and new loyalty from those who haven't seen what you've been hiding, or the unique gifts that you are spontaneously bringing out and showing to the world. 8 of Feathers is in your hopes and fears, courage and solutions. You have a solution that is coming through to help you, and it's coming through as you reclaim your energy, as you get more into your body. And that is the bringing the feminine in with the masculine. The masculine often wants to provide and protect and guard and then keeps others away, where the feminine wants to open herself and invite others in. And under the deck, I'm seeing the Queen of Feathers. Interesting. Queen and King of Feathers coming in. Perception and truth. And so your perception is changing. The more that you get out there and do things and place your attention on the support cast of characters again, the more that you are overcoming this mind space, caged thinking, the boxed thinking. And coming into the near future here, let's get you a new card here. We have the King of Crystals, courage and commitment. It's going to get easier, but we have to try it out to get it out of us. And so the King of Crystals also talks about commitment to our prosperity, commitment to making our stake, providing a legacy for ourselves. Let's get another situational card for the reader, or for you. 7 of Crystals, options and results. So some of you are in a place where you have already put out many feelers, or that you have many options of how to make your money, and the options are endless if you look into all of your unique gifts and your personal choices and the secret aspect of self that you have not revealed yet. And as you work through this courage and stay committed to opening yourself up instead of shutting yourself down in protective mode, the more opportunities and options that you have to gain these results. And underneath we've got transformation, 13. It's the death card with the cicada, transition and liberation. Exactly. And so we have to put in the time and the effort and shift the behaviors that base themselves on the perspectives and dig in the individuality of our identity. So yeah, stay with it. And other people's thoughts and feelings about you as you're coming through and doing all of this information. 3 of Feathers, release and recovery. I'm seeing this moth energy breaking forth from its chrysalis, or maybe it's a butterfly. But there's a lot of heartbreak that has guarded your heart and your mind from releasing everything that you are, and all of the beauty and the, where is that card with the beauty and the grace, and there it is, ecstasy, bliss, and success coming in for you. It's taken some time, and other individuals have been possibly watching you moving through this release pattern and changing up your antics or your anecdotes or the things that you say, the tone that you use, and it's going to inspire the right individuals. 4 of Acorns is sitting in your subconscious with comfort and community. So you are seeking the feelings aspect of things, to feel each other, to feel this trust and this loyalty with each other. And I always get with this walrus, he's long in the tooth. So it's a lot of wisdom that comes through this comfort and community. And so for many of you, you have already worked through this comfort, but have felt most comfortable with smaller groups or one-to-one contacts. And when you get in front of other individuals, you may freeze up, but it's about releasing our expectations for ourselves and for others to judge us or support us, and to just do the damn thing, because we are here to be expressive, to be creative, and to produce something that we can be proud of for the future. Page of Feathers, exploration and discovery under the deck here. So yes, with the raccoon. So you are exploring your options and putting out your feelers and getting a lot of information. And Shaman comes last. Divine wisdom, spiritual power. So this is an eagle, and whenever the eagle shows up in a reading, it's very powerful. The eagle is the bird that flies above the storm and comes. It's very, very powerful otherworldly influence that can raise up above the normal crown chakra activations of the ancestral wounds that has kept us confined or sitting in this smaller space than is due for us. So we'll take these 2 to finish us up. 5 of Feathers, strategy and resilience. So there may be some very slow to evidence themselves changes in your life. So the first time out of the gate, we're not going to earn $1 million unless you're playing the lotto and get lucky. But with strategy and staying committed and staying resilient, resilience is it's more of the stability in the storms of life, in the chaos that other people will project or promote, and that other people who are not in their body or in their element are pointing fingers, and we have expectations that everybody's going to be like us, and we get shut down, but we have to remain resilient and steady and not blow all around in the chaos. And it comes out with Page of Crystals, ideas and discipline. So stay with it, with this resilience and this strategic essence that you are. 9 of Acorns, power and perseverance. Yeah, all of these cards are giving us indications that there is more to come, but we have to stay the course in some way. So let's get just a few more. Anything else that others are feeling about us Free ride, take it easy coming out. I'm not taking all of these. That's way too many. And, oh, I'm seeing bored easily here. Okay. And inner child. And this is, oh, passionate and intense. So they're seeing your passions come up because you're engaged with your solar plexus and your sacral chakra. There is a huge amount of resonance happening with other individuals, because when you feel it, when you feel deeply into the messages that you're promoting or conveying, others can feel you from that place. But when we're hiding and giving descriptions of how we think other people need to hear it, then we are removing ourselves from our center. And so your intensity is gaining ground, and the inner child, the inner resilience that is connected to the inner self is it's coming through as the inner child is the element of self that is undying, that is connected with the creative aspect, with this 8th house, this fixed water essence that is inside of us, the fixed consciousness. But I'm sensing that with this bored easily, I think that many of you are individuals that have gone very, very far beyond your dimension in setting up astral travel or things like this. And so let's switch decks real quick and see what else other individuals are seeing about you. I'm seeing withholding judgment, remain curious, and clarify. So let's get out this deck. I see fairy magic under the deck. First card out. Recognition. People are recognizing your expertise that has been hidden below the surface for so long. And yeah, there it is, the sexuality that comes out. And so you are gaining your essence of creativity. My dogs are chewing on something. One moment. Yeah, they had something on their minds and they were chewing on it. So, all right. So this is about the sacred center of your essence. The inner child that goes through this fixed water of the 8th house is like what makes you feel passion, what makes you feel fiery intensity, and what really brings it out for you. And that's where your magic is going to come into play, is activating that, recognizing and activating that realization into form with your celestial essence. Yes. And now we have innocence. So from the baseline, this logic and justice was your innocent awareness that your parents had your best interest at heart and following the guidance that you were instructed on, even though it was not necessarily for you at that time. In the recent past, we've got this divinity card too. So this is something coming through again and again where other individuals kept instructing and you kept feeling into it and feeling beyond the instruction. And so you're surpassing the doubters and the individuals from, in some sense here, using your voice to create a frequency shift. Exactly, because you're finding solutions, courageous solutions to surpass the maybe it's the politeness or the manners or something like this. You're finding your own strategic divinity within yourself, within your innocence here, and it's being recognized from other individuals, and other individuals are finding you extremely attractive, and it's making you highly magnetic at this time. Anything further? We've got mediumship coming out with storm over this King of Crystals. So the chaos, you're bringing in the beyond the mind and beyond the moment into the chaos, building bridges for other individuals here with your passionate intensity and your creative endeavors. And this 7 of crystals. What do we got over here? Shifting. And so with options and results, you're shifting your dialogue, you're shifting your demeanor, you're shifting your words, and shifting your vibrational essence. And with your magnetism, you're drawing others to you and settling the storms through the mediumship that you are. And other people's thoughts about this, oh, that's a lot. So it's a very powerful, intense aspiration for others to feel this within you. And it comes out with, what, 5 cards here? We've got commitment, take flight, star seed, music, and leveling up. That's gorgeous. So leveling up is also one of my schmexual cards as well. And so for some of you, it's making it it's a very potent and virile expression of your passionate intensity, and it's creating a mutual reception within other individuals. And there's music, you are music to other people's ears. And starseed, you're doing it from a different aspect, and you're meeting up with your star seed tribe to take flight. And you're committing to this new aspect, and others are committing to you in turn, learning about this starseed origin. And your subconscious energy here, it comes out as power. You are feeling very powerfully moved to create this essence in yourself, and for others. And coming out in the end, we've got contact, love, return of spirit, fearless. I love that one for you. Manifestation. You're manifesting your prosperity here for a union with other individuals. So you're bringing other individuals together, creating a bridge between the past and the present and the future, and moving beyond, birthing a new reality and rebirthing the self. So without further ado, we're going to cut it right there and check back later, check back for some other messages. And if this hit home for you, definitely engage with the channel, start some comments down below, or like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you want to be notified when we upload. So take good care of yourselves, and bye for now.